itself is, what makes a hit show? Okay, this is the eternal question, right? For everybody trying to make a show. Writers, executives, development, we're all trying to figure out what makes a hit show. The truth is, very few people know, and very few writers really even have the opportunity to try to figure it out. The truth is, the vast majority of writers in the American TV system write for other people's shows. So if you look at my career, right, 20 years of writing, 90% of it, more, 95% of it, has been as a writer on other people's shows. So I enter into a show that already exists, The Simpsons, okay? Simpsons is a great show. I came in season 5. It's already a hit show. All I have to do is figure out how to write for Homer, how to write for Bart, how to write in the style of this show. I don't have to think about how to invent Homer, how to invent Bart, how to invent a world that is a hit. So the truth is, the majority of writers, even very, very good writers, do not have to solve this puzzle very often. What I've tried to do, especially as I began trying to lecture to students of writing, to fellow writers, producers, etc., is I've just gone around and tried to interview all of the great writers that I work with and say, what are the common denominators? What are the elements that make for a great show? And you can kind of boil it down to a few. You may have other ideas from me, and I want to hear them because I'm trying to increase my knowledge about what makes a hit show. But it seems to me these are the 3 principal elements that you want to keep in mind. And the first one is the one that matters above everything. Nothing else, if you have only one thing, it's character. So, carácter sobre todo. Okay, so carácter sobre todo. As soon as I say to you, character is the most important, let's just take a moment and examine what's in a show. A show frequently has a premise, right? Lost is a very premise-driven show. A plane crashes, a bunch of people stuck on an island. When that show was sold, in great part, it was sold on the idea. Well, that's an original idea, right? 24, similar. You say, okay, well, here's a completely original idea. What if it's a guy trying to track a terrorist, but every hour of the show is an hour in real time? Well, that's a premise. That's a new idea. It's original. For sure, when that show sold, it sold in great part because of the originality of the premise. The truth is, though, that great premises, original premises, come and go. And the only reason a show survives is the character. In fact, great shows, it is said, abandon their premise or grow out of their premise. You see this particularly in shows that aren't event-driven like Lost or 24, but are more primetime soap and the comedies in particular. They start with a premise. The Office, for example. The Office, the premise is it's a mockumentary about an American workplace. But very soon it abandons any sense of its premise and just lives and dies on the characters. The truth is, you can for sure have a hit show with only one hit character. If you have only one great character, it is absolutely possible to have a hit show.